Come on, Mark. Gotta put it in gear, mate.
You dropped your guts, son. Look, you stink.
I haven't dropped my
guts. That's you, innit? You stink, won't me?
We're doing a little yard intro, aren't we, Mark? We're going to show you around. Yeah. Never showed you around the yard.
It's like Nicholls. Bit of context, mate. What the fuck's going on?
What happens when you buy shitbox trials bikes?
Well, yeah.
They all play up.
I was just asking, is it like a normal thing for these things to just be...
To sound like speedway bikes?
Yeah. What's
Not
up with
normally,
that?
but old Pusak's fucking bought a heap. Cable tied together.
Cable ties, mate. What's up with that?
It's got some goo on it.
Huh?
It's got a tattoo to go with it. Yeah. I think the problem's binding.
Bit of context then, mate. What's going on? Why?
About Padjack with the tattoos to go with it, though.
You know?
With the old beater. We're riding trials in a pit. Up the road.
Up the road.
Up the road, boy. Trying to get round turns. This is as trials gets around here. An old pit and some banks.
That's ideal, mate. Look
and some roots. Yeah, but it's not really trials, is it?
I don't know. You got a load of concrete blocks at the yard, mate. Just go there.
Yeah, we tipped some up here as well. True grab hire, mate. We was on it. Got my last customer, Ethan Pusak.
The last customer. Look, what are you doing down there, son? What are you looking at?
Tuning it. What about this tuning over here?
Yeah, that's what's going on over there.
Go over there, look.
What's he doing over there?
Hot rod, isn't it? No, I'll fix this, I'll fix this. Fucking hell, Mark, the pressure's on now.
Fucking I feel like I'm about to fall over. What are you doing? Water last week.
Good maintenance is how I've got here.
Good maintenance.
The only thing you maintain well is all the cut. Good, isn't it? Is that going to cure it? I don't know, I think it's going to blow up. It don't feel right. No, I don't think it's fuel. I think something's making a strange sound.
It's a nice old smell, that.
It does smell a bit funny, doesn't it?
Is that you?
It's definitely me. Not this. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. She'll run and then...
Is it just normal for these things to break?
Oh no, this has been really good. I was just telling everyone how reliable it was.
That's what happened.
Well, while it's running, I might as well have a go. I've got it.
You're going round. Try and give it a go.
What? That?
Yeah, you go on.
Oh, fucking close.
Right, competitively, what would you be doing?
If it was competitive?
Yeah.
Or like trying to get around there without putting your feet down.
So, like,
So
say
like,
if it
you've
was...
got to go around this turn.
Right.
Without doing that. And it
so if you were at a trial, like, where, I don't know what you do, is it not like a point A to point B kind of thing?
No, you have sections. So you'll start, get to a trial and they'll give you a little map. This could be like section 3. And you basically, there's a judge.
So you get like marked down if you put your
Yeah.
foot down? Okay, right.
So he watches you and he counts how many times you put your feet down. And after 3 times...
So it's like driving tests.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. And after 3 times it's just free, unless you fucking fail or crash, then it's 5. Failure meaning you can't get out of the section without help.
How do you normally get on at these things?
I'm shit at Charles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Only started a few years ago, so I'm not particularly great.
You've got a couple of pals that are pretty decent at it, haven't you?
We're all fairly average, but we're close, so it's fun because motocross, obviously, with some big gaps between us. We're all pretty shit, so
Yeah.
so it's fun to like.
Apart from old Jack Austin.
Yeah, Jack's good.
Is he coming up?
No, fuck knows. He reckons he's got sprained wrist from wanking, I think.
Oh right, fair enough.
Yeah, he's got a wanking injury, but no, Jack's pretty good. He does all sorts of mad shit around here. But then you go to like, we've done a couple of those northern trials, and it's the next level. Like, even like the mountain bike boys we're mates with, they're like so good because they just screw up. I see a rock and go fucking cross-eyed. They see a rock and go, oh, I ain't bad gum, and then the old knees come out and over it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right, get out and do some stuff then, mate.
I'm waiting for another section. I'm a bit bored of this section.
Alright,
We've got a new starter with us, so we're having to be a little bit sort of gentle, you know.
No.
And I've only done it once, so you know when you like.
Mate, there's a tabletop there.
Is that all we are after?
Go on, go on,
tabletop.
Yeah, you can't whip that on this.
So gay.
Could you jump it on that, you reckon?
Probably.
Go on then. It's trying to get you to do a dodgy jump, bruv. What's
No
that
chance.
about? Why, you don't fancy it?
Nah, it's not going to happen.
It's easy, mate. Why haven't you done it?
You go on this and you do it, look.
No.
Go on, Big Marc.
No, I'm not built for
Get
this
on
sort
it.
of shit. No.
I ain't doing that.
Nah.
Fuck that.
Go on.
No chance.
It'd be a million views on Instagram.
Get Leggett to do it and then I'll see.
Million views, mate.
No.
I'll collab with your Instagram.
Get
I'll do it
Leggett
with
to
your
do it.
electrical Instagram,
No,
so that your electrical one
that
blows
ain't
up.
happening. Get Leggett to do it and then we'll see. Yeah.
You look all proud of yourself, look.
I'm shit at this. So bad.
What have you done, son?
It's packed up.
Is it finished?
Done for.
Game over.
Oh.
Game over, you reckon?
Little speedway bike dead. Packed up, it's done. More like you can't be bothered. Park off.
Ah. Boom. Hello, boy, easy, son, easy.
Where's the lip gone then, Jake?
You going back out or what, son? What are you saying?
Bike's packed up, isn't it?
Hey, just jump on one of these.
Couldn't have hacked the smoke, could it?
Yeah.
It was about to hit the jump as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're full of shit. Yeah.
I'll fucking move, he'll clean me out. Get the stopping up.
Yeah. Go on, go on. Well, it's recording now then, is it? We've got it. Come on then, Marc. What the fuck are you
Come on, how do I zoom in and all that? How do I zoom in? How do I zoom in? Come on, Marc. Got to put it in gear, mate. Come on, over the tyre. Come on, you're supposed to put your feet down.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
You've got to keep your feet up.
Where are you even fucking up?
Over that tyre there, go on. Hang on, I'll get my sack out. Look, his camera. Look. Come on, up and over a log or something. Come on. No, there's about 7 gears. He's got some style, hasn't he? Come on, hey, the old front's up. Oh! Imagine going on that. Oh, hi, I'm so sorry, and welcome to my vlog. What are all these buttons? Come on, go for a step down. That one's...
That's me done.
No, that's easy. Come on. Well, you haven't crashed yet, you can't stop. You can't, well, go over that, look how small that is. Look, so put my hand there to see how small it is.
Where the fuck am I meant to sit down?
Come on, just ride through that gap there, and up there. Come on, no, just up there.
I'm not gonna fuck, I'm not gonna go.
Come on. Yeah, all you got to do is ride at it.
You just want me to fall off?
Well, yeah.
I'm not falling off.
Come on.
That's me done.
Just really up. There you go.
I'm done.
Well, you got to put it in neutral.
What you reckon, mate?
What do you reckon to the trials? There's a lot of trials happening tonight, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm good at trials, aren't I?
Different. I can't believe how weird they feel to ride.
That's hideous, isn't it? I'm fucking terrible at it. Anyway, I'm starving, so see you later, Mark.
See you later.
Fucking
Kickstart.
kickstart. What the hell was that? The system. So there's a few bits in place, but we're trying to sort of get it formalised. So
You dropped your guts,
doing it?
Sam.
Sorry.
Look, you stink.
I haven't dropped my
That's
guts.
you, innit? You stink.
You've cruised over it.
Well,
We're doing a little yard intro, aren't we, Mark? We're
We
going to show
haven't
you around.
actually, yeah.
Never showed you around the yard. So if you
Yeah.
pan to your right,
Do you actually want me to pan to the right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pan into the right. Are you going over there? Go over there.
this is True Plant. That's it.
That's
all,
it.
That's there. That's all that's there. No, I wish that was all there, but we've got all this kit. So that's our building that we started with. And there's a new one going up there. That's basically, the building was designed for about 15 tippers. Literally tippers when we started here. And obviously it's evolved a little bit since then. But
Just a little bit.
that's really based on the fact that Dad was just going to have a bit of a lifestyle business, and then,
What's a lifestyle business?
well, I don't know really. That's his words, not mine. He's a man without a hobby apart from work, so I'm guessing
Fair enough.
this was going to be his hobby, and it kind of was. And then I come in and fucked it all up by saying I was interested in working with him,
Oh, right.
so give him a bit of a fucking rocket. And
Are you trying to say the growth's all down to you?
no, I'm not saying that.
Only
but-
partially. I'm taking some of the.
No, but he wouldn't have done all this. He would have done something, definitely. He'd have been involved, and he was involved, but he wasn't, you know, I dare say it wouldn't have been the same. What he's done wouldn't be the same if I hadn't come into the business, because he's 60 now, do you know what I mean? And he stopped it in the first place because there was no succession, because I wasn't interested in the other business. So
Fair
without
enough.
sounding big-headed, I'm not saying this is all because of me, but the growth, as in where he's gone with it, has been accelerated, shall we say, by having
There you go. So you are the third generation, I guess.
third generation. Yeah, so Grandad's been dead 27 years. He started it all.
That was a bit morbid, but okay.
Well, yeah,
Here's what it is, anyway.
he started it.
Yep.
He died in our old yard pretty much. Had a stroke in there. The poor old boy was stressed because he was a stress head. And yeah, Dad took the old business with my auntie Trudy and obviously key members of the team with him. Took that to a really big national player, Plant Hire, and then they sold up in 2015. I think it went through. Took about 18 months, 20 months for the sale to go through. So this yard came up in the process. They bought the yard.
What were you doing at that time? Where were you?
So that was 2005. So I was racing MX1 Grand Prix.
In 2005?
Oh no, 2015.
15,
sorry, I
yeah.
said yeah. 2005. I was 15.
Yeah,
Racing
what-
BYMX, bro.
BYMX.
BYMX, second in the championship. Ray Rosen done me by about 10 points. No, I ended up third actually, because he took me out at the last round. And,
Fuming.
yeah,
Have it
I
out
actually
with him
punched
now.
him on the track.
No,
at
you
Desert
didn't.
Mine.
Look.
Yeah, I did. Big old kick right off. And then Richie Leach won the meeting, I think, and done me by 2 points. So I got third in the championship.
Fuming, mate.
Fuming. So yeah, long story short, This yard was bought probably to continue the previous plant hire company, but then the sale went through. There was loads of aggregate left in this pit because it was an old, it's disused quarry, like you can't extract now, but you can recycle in here. So there was loads of heaps left, so they started processing them. Dad still had a bit of plant around him, machines and bits and pieces. And
you iron up a quarry yet?
Of course we are. So yeah, yeah, sort of went from a few tippers to a few more, and then yeah, I joined 6 years ago to the day, pretty much. 6 years ago. Mad, isn't it?
In a little while.
Had a dislocated hip, so I was like hobbling into the
Oh
office.
yeah.
Hobbling into the office for a bit, and then I could get in and out machines. So I went on the wash plant and loaded the machines, loaded the screener, sorry, the wash plant, and then learned about that for a bit, and then came in the office. And
But a lot of people still don't think you do anything, mate. So
yeah, I just ride all week. Ride all week.
it's true.
I actually said that to someone a minute ago. They were like, "Oh, are you going to race this weekend?" I was like, "I don't really know." I said it's hard when you're competing against people that ride a lot. And
But you've been non-stop since Arena Cross.
yeah,
You've not.
3 or 4 days a week. It's a dog, is it? So yeah. So
Let's
we'll
go
have
and look at the machinery then.
have a little look around the yard. But basically, this all behind us is like our small equipment. So as you can see, we're pretty light on the ground with small equipment, which is good. Then you go to 8 tonners, which randomly we've got a few of at the minute. Normally we've got none. And then we've got a few 20 tonners and a few 30 tonners. So wander around, and there's some little dumpers behind you as well.
There you go.
A couple of, there's 3 zero tails from the 20s, 3 conventionals, 2 new EC250s in there, a couple of 30s, a 40 tonner and a 50 tonner out the back there. So there's a bit of everything at the minute. But
You know, we got over by the new building sat in front of it at the minute. We should go and have a look at.
tractors.
The old 550 sat there.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's back over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then behind you is what's going out. Ted, come here. So all this stuff is booked basically. Apart from the rollers randomly, the rollers aren't going out. But everything else is booked. Gone through the workshop. So basically, at the minute, this stuff isn't ready. So it comes back off hire.
I didn't even know that that's what that...
Yeah. So it comes back at the minute. Goes through the wash bay. Teddy, come here. It goes through the wash bay. Gets tracked back through, and then it and then it stops. And waits for a PDI, and then we get the orders through on the phone. The workshop get it on their tablet, and then come here, and then they bring the kit through. Gets loaded onto a lorry over there, and then away you go. So yeah, but it probably looks like a lot, but yeah,
It's almost like you know what you're talking about.
we've got like 2,000 odd machines, so there's not a lot in here considering. And it's been wet as fuck, isn't it? So it's been great for motocross.
Great.
Been great for the.
I got no words.
Great for the start of the season.
Are you going to talk about that? Are you riding or what? What are you saying?
For this weekend, I'm still not sure. So I'm actually not officially booked in yet. Dave Thorpe asked earlier, and he asked someone in the office.
So if it does happen, what's logistically what will it be? What will you be on? What will you be doing?
I'll be on Dave Thorpe, Tru7 Dave Thorpe Honda 250F, which I'm quite excited about riding. But I'm just not excited about how little riding.
Oh,
I've done.
after seeing what old Elliot got up to last
Yeah, but you
weekend.
can't really compare it to that. Elliot's been riding a bit this year, and
He's going to be
also,
sat there going, no, I haven't, no, I haven't.
No, as in like he's done a few races. He don't ride at all, but he's done a few races.
He was at Blythburgh at the weekend,
Yeah,
mate. He's
see
well
that?
on it. Yeah, look.
And to be fair, he's always been shit hot at Fox Hill, so that was awesome. I was well chuffed with that. Quite good to see it. So yeah, I've not decided yet. I go to Sweden tomorrow with Volvo Construction for a couple of days. I'll get back Friday. So Friday
You're going to go and do some riding on Friday.
Well, I need to come back here though, don't I? I need to come back here Friday really, but I've got Gilbert, Bobby and a load of them wanting to come up Friday lunchtime.
Imagine that. I couldn't imagine why a load of people would want to come and ride here before
It's going to be
Blackpool.
horrendous. You know, think it hasn't rained at my track for over a week.
Nice and dry.
Been dusty, sunny. It's going to be disgusting.
Nice.
So
More importantly, what's happening on a Saturday?
so Saturday will be funny. You've obviously just found out about that.
Well, I know, yeah, they've
So
been talking about
Saturday
it.
afternoon, the Dave Thorpe Honda Off-Road School is coming to my dad's house, and we've got, I think there's 15 to 20 members of staff going to learn how to ride a bike. So I hope the camera's going to be out. I've told all the birds they've got to wear T-bar thongs.
Yeah, look, there you go.
So that'll be quite funny. And then there's a few drinks that night actually for the contracting division. So another reason why Sunday could be a bit suspect, but
The ideal, mate.
Part of me is like, so what? Do you know what I mean? Because Hawkstone was so what, and it was quite good fun. The result was okay as well, but I'm not really referring to the result. I actually enjoyed myself. So part of me is thinking, well, so what if I'm not in that good a shape? We've invited quite a few customers and that as well, so it'd be quite good for them to, because a lot of people in this industry, they're not into motocross, but if they know someone who's in it, it's like anything in it. I don't really like car racing particularly, but if you see like Ricky Collard in the touring cars, you're into it, aren't you? Because you know someone. So we'll see. Hey, that's what happened. Let's just come back off the site, as you can see, because it's covered in shit. He'll go straight down to the wash bay and unload it. It'll get washed and it'll get put back here pretty much. But the new system, hopefully, what we're hoping to do is that building over there is going to be designed for a plant. Ted, come here. So the dirty machines will go into the wash bay, go through the, go straight through the workshop, be made ready, and then they'll sit in stock ready, rather than us have to be reactive every time. So there are all our attachments. So we hire out the diggers, but we also hire out like attachments like selector grabs, breakers, demolition attachments like them. Look, zoom in. The excavators that come back with buckets. They normally will park their trailer next to it and then offload the buckets. You can see we've got quite a few buckets. But we sell a lot of machines without buckets, so that's why we've got a lot. And then the dump trucks. It's been a wet winter, so the dump trucks haven't really kicked off yet. So I think we've got 10 in the yard at the minute, but we've got about 50, just over 50, so not too bad, but not enough out really. You want to dig a ditch in your garden, mate?
What is that?
What do you call a V bucket, Mark?
What's it called?
V for vagina.
V for vagina.
Yeah. And then this is some of the CDC bits of the demolition part. Dust bowsers, obviously they're slowly going out because it's getting dusty finally. And then they're dust suppression units, so they're basically like a ski machine, a snowmaker machine. Got a 2,000 litre tank on the bottom of them, fill it up, and then like if you've got a crusher, which we run obviously all the time, and it's creating dust, it just sprays like a fire mist over it. Dust is bad for you, obviously. Not that motocross people worry about that particularly.
We don't know.
I've actually sat in classrooms where they're talking about how dust is as bad for you as like smoking, and I'm sat there going, wicked. I've been sat like that on a track going, which is literally how I ride.
Oh,
you're definitely going to pause that and go zoom in.
Yeah, I'd never do such a thing. I've never done that before.
So yeah, that's a big part of what we do. Bins for CDC where they fill up scrap wood, scrap metal, whatever, and then behind there is all the sold machines. So there's quite a lot of machines that are actually sold, paid for, waiting for delivery. Big part of what we do. I know it looks like we just buy new machines all the time, but we sell a lot as well. So yeah, that's a big part of it. I know these lorries over here and vans and bits and pieces are for sale. So yeah, it's a big old yard, 42 acres like I said. The other side's recycling yard, but it's way too dangerous to walk around. It's crushing and screening, washing material. And then down there is a bagged aggregate yard, so we sell bagged aggregate or small aggregate, so you can turn up your little trailer and have a bucket full of sand or whatever the fuck you want to do. And then we have a block making area down there where we make concrete like Lego blocks for retaining walls and bits and pieces like that. So yeah, you're smirking,
good,
Mark.
good for trials as well, isn't it?
Trials, yeah, good for trials. If you can ride trials, that is.
If you can ride trials, buy some concrete blocks.
And not just free riding on trials bikes, which you saw earlier. That's not trials. But that's what happens when you don't ride a motocross bike for a while, and then you get on a trials bike, and you're a motocross rider who's a fucking idiot, basically. The energy doesn't really work, does it? Hyper energy on a trials bike like that. So yeah. Top tipper driver.
Top tipper driver. What are you at? Look at that, you got a new sign up, mate.
Hey?
The new sign up. Yeah.
This is the new plant and contracting building.
There you go.
So I said about that building being designed for 15 tippers. It's got about 2,000 bits of plant going through it. So we've overgrown it. So there's site huts there with people in from the contracting division, demolition earthworks. And And then I'm sat in the meeting room upstairs at the minute with like a little wall behind me because we've run out of room. So I'm going to be over here with plant hire and contracting, and then that building will be like tippers are us, trucks are us, and Tru Mix concrete business. So yeah, and this workshop would just be dedicated to plant, basically, like I said. So
Well, while you're talking about new plant,
new plant behind, big bad boy,
big bad boy.
60 ton.
I suppose that's currently the biggest machine that old Tru plant having its.
Yeah, there's a 50 tonner over there, which was the one I had to go in the other day.
Yeah, you look good in that.
But this is a 60 tonner. Even though it says a 550, it's a 60 tonner. So yeah, it's a big old bus. It's got basically the bucket pretty much takes 8.5 ton in it in one scoop.
So it could pick up half of me. There you go, boy. There you go.
Stretch it out. Might need a check valve on the old boom frame.
Yeah, all right. Hey, son.
So yeah, at the minute it's a bit of a showpiece because we don't have work for it. We're waiting on a few bits and pieces. So yeah, obviously the weather.
It's all part of the growth, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. We just had we had a plan for it, and then the weather just kind of fucked that. So.
Like when I first started, mate, there were no A30s. It was all 922 Hydremas.
Oh, we had a couple of A30s, but we had about 12. Come here, here.
Well, when I first started,
yeah,
I didn't see any when.
Yeah, we did. They were just on long-term hire. And now I think we've got about 30 of them.
We've got 45s now, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of them, but the same as this really. We haven't been able to put them to work yet, just because the weather's been so shit. Jobs have just been put back, but we're trying hard, and yeah, it's looking positive for the next few weeks. Bits starting, so yeah. So this is pretty impressive, isn't it? But at the minute, it's just like a showpiece. It's just come from Hadley show. It'll go Suffolk show in the next week or two, or next week because it's next Wednesday and Thursday.
Take up
Suffolk
3/4 of the plot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I need to get back and fucking do something, mate.
We'll round it up then, mate. Thanks for watching.
That was Tru7's yard in Ipswich.
Well, that's part of it.
It's great, part of it, yeah. A little bit more of a day-to-day thing rather than I don't just ride.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, look at my Instagram. I just ride. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.